Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello, lovely to meet you. My name is Alex, and if you are new here, make sure you stick around and subscribe. If you're not new and you've been here for a while, then why not make sure the notification bell is switched on just so you're notified of every single time that I upload. Now, I haven't sat down and filmed for like maybe a week and a half, just because I had my eyebrows topped off. They're still not fully healed, so that's why they don't look fully pigmented at the moment, because I haven't got anything on them at the moment while they're still healing. But I really had to get some filmings done. I already waited long enough, and now we're finally going to be doing it. So for today's video, I'm going to be trying a new Forever Flawless palette that Revolution have released. This is the packaging. This is called the Digi Butterfly eyeshadow palette. They have released a butterfly one before, but I think that was a really pale pastel colour sort of colour story. This is a very much vibrant rainbow eyeshadow palette, so I'm really excited to try this. As usual, the Forever Flawless palettes are £12. I will link this down below if you want to purchase it, and Loose also has a discount code which is Loose20 that you can use on the Revolution website. So this is what the packaging looks like. Super pretty. And then the inside, I mean, perfect for summertime. It is very much vibrant and colourful. We have even a matte black in there. We have shimmers, yellows, greens, blues, purples, pinks. There is quite a lot of rainbow shades in here to choose from. Do I feel like this was like a necessary launch? Not really, just because they have released colour stories that are very similar to this in the past. However, there's no denying that that is a beautiful eyeshadow palette, so I'm very much looking forward to trying this. I'm also a bit skeptical of the shimmers in this palette, because I feel like they slightly look like the ones in the Clueless Forever Flawless palette, and we all know how that went. So let's hope and pray the shimmers in this palette are good. But I'm firstly going to show you the swatches of this eyeshadow palette, and then we can get on into the eye look. I'm sorry if my lighting doesn't look as great as what it does normally. It's because we've got new windows in the annex that I'm in at the bottom of the garden, and we've got no blinds on them at the minute, so I've got literally so much natural light coming in. It is unreal, whereas normally there'd be blinds on and it'd just be like the lights that you can see. But yeah, I've got so much natural light, it is unreal. So until we get the blinds fitted, which I'm pretty sure will be very soon, this is what the lighting's going to look like. I also hate that I haven't filled in my eyebrows, because I feel like they look really ashy. We definitely need that bright eye base because we're using colourful shades. I did use my Revolution Super Base today. Okay, I'm going to stick to the blue, green, yellow sort of shades today, just because I've got the Beauty Bay, I don't even know what it's called, the new eyeshadow palette that they finally released separately, and that's got all pinks, oranges and yellows in. So I feel like if I go down the more cool toned blue green route, it'd be a different look to that. So let's just stick with that. Firstly, I'm going to take this shade here, which is the dark blue, and this is called Social. I'm going to take the Social shade in the outer corner. Then I'm going to take this shade here, which is called Reality. It's like a really nice teal kind of shade. Teal. How do you say that? Teal? Okay. I'm just going to take that shade and I'm just going to buff that on top of the blue, and also blend to the front of my lid. So this is a very rough blend, by the way. I'm just getting all the shades on my lid and then I can play around with them. By the way, that shade, stunning. Then I'm going to take this little Mitchell brush. This is an is that an ME? 10? It's a really small fluffy one. These are the ones I used before. I used the Morphe M506 for the blue in my inner corner. Then I used a Spectrum B04 for the teal shade. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Fun, which is this green here. Literally matches the brush I'm using. That is amazing. Didn't even plan that. And now I'm just going to use this to kind of like buff the teal shade into this green, and then I can use the green to then go into the yellow. Then I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and I'm going to use the shade Energy just for a little bit of yellow, very powdery, at the very, very top. Okay, and now I'm going to go back through all of the shades and I'm just going to make this look a whole lot more beautiful. Okay, this is the best blend I'm going to get. It looks way more blended on this side than it does this one. I think it was just getting a little bit stuck, but it don't look too bad. Like far away, you can't really tell. It's only up close, but these shades are so pigmented and so easy to blend in with each other. Like look at the gradient on this side. I am obsessed. I feel like a peacock right now. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely stunning. Then what I think I'm going to do for the shimmer to kind of like tie in with the yellow, I'm going to use the shade Wings, and it's not just because I absolutely love gold shimmers on the lid, it's just because the other shimmers in here, I want to save Butterfly for my inner corner and brow bone. Then we have like a purple, which I don't think will go, I guess it could go, I feel like then it's just too many colours. Then there's like a corally shade, a pink shade, a dark purple and a dark blue. So I feel like this wing shade is probably my best bet. I'm just going to add that in this negative space that I've got on the lid. I'm scared about this shade. It is a very, very flat, foily shade. Will it work on my finger? It's literally, I'm surprised it's not, yeah, it is. It's like a putty type of shimmer. I just feel like with the putty ones, they don't show through grey on the lid. Like it looks so pigmented on my finger and like when I swatch it on my hand, but when I like press it onto my lid, it just doesn't want to work. Okay, so this is what it looks like on my lid. I mean, it's there, you can see that there's a shimmer on my lid and like a different texture, but I just don't love the formula of these putty ones. They are just not giving what I want it to give, you know. I just want intense, beautiful shimmeriness, and I feel like they just give a bit more of like a glow rather than full shimmeriness. So yeah, I'm just not a fan of the putty shades. I'm just going to take a tiny bit of the shade Express. It's probably even too dark for the blue shimmer that I've got on my lid. Blue shimmer, blue matte that I've got on my lid. But I'm just going to take like a tiny bit of it just to blend that in to the matte. And then I'm just going to go back in with a tiny bit of that matte blue shade. I'm just going to intensify the blue a little bit on the outer corner. I'm also going to take the Social shade on my lower lash line because I feel like I've lost a lot of the blue. There we go. I do also feel like this blue is not the most pigmented matte blue that they've ever done. You can definitely build it, but I think you might have been able to tell when I first put it on my lid, you do have to build it in like a few layers to get it to like full pigmentation. For my inner corner and brow bone, I'm just going to take this shade here, which is called Butterfly. See, this one is just a regular shimmer. And look at that. Okay, so this is the completed eye look. Let me know down below what you think. I'd love to know what you think of the eye look and also what you think of the eyeshadow palette. I'm just going to hop off camera, put some mascara and lip products on, and then I'll be right back with my final thoughts on the palette. Okay, so this is my completed makeup now with my mascara and my lip products. Just a little close-up for you. Let me know down below what you think. For my mascara, I use the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift mascara. I've only really used this once, like when I reviewed it, and then I haven't used it since. So I wanted to use it again. The wand is definitely something to get used to, but I do really love that mascara. Then for my lips, I wanted to put gloss on, but I'm having to wait for this liquid lip to dry down. So for my lip liner, I've got my absolute favourite, which is Morphe Bite Me. And then I found this liquid lipstick in my drawer. This is a Revolution matte liquid lipstick, which is in the shade Brunch. You can get this in a lip kit with a liner. Why have I never used this shade before? That is the most beautiful, perfect, cool toned, light pale nude I've ever seen in my life. So let's now sit down and talk about this eyeshadow palette. So packaging, beautiful, 10 out of 10. Absolutely love all the colours. Love it. The colour story again is very beautiful. It is perfect for the summertime. We're now in bright, beautiful sunshine. These colours scream summer. Now, just to talk about the colour story in general, as I said earlier in the video, I feel like they've done this colour story many times before. This isn't anything new and innovative by Revolution. This is just another colourful eyeshadow palette in different packaging. So I wouldn't say you need to jump the gun and go out and buy this because this is a new, interesting colour story. They've got tons of palettes like this. I've got tons of palettes in my collection by Revolution that look exactly like this. So if you've not got a lot of colourful eyeshadow palettes, especially by Revolution, this is a really nice colour story. And I love that they've put a black in here as well so you can add depth to your eye look. I should have done that today, but I didn't. However, now I want to talk about the formula of this eyeshadow palette because firstly, the mattes in here are very nicely pigmented. They are very easy to blend. They are a little bit powdery in the pan, but I think the pigmentation like trumps all over that. Very nicely pigmented. The shimmers are where I have the problem with because, as I said, while I was doing my eye look, the shades in here are that putty, textury, weird shimmer formula that they do every so often, and I don't understand why because I just don't think it works properly. When I use a shimmer, I want to use something that's really intense, shimmery, full of pigment, but it's just very lackluster. As you can see, it's definitely nothing special. The one in my inner corner is very beautiful. It is very similar textury, putty texture. It just looks more intense because it is that really bright icy shade. But for the gold one that I used on my lid, it's just, yeah, very lackluster, not really anything special. So I feel like you could definitely pass on this as a colourful eyeshadow palette. There's so many colourful eyeshadow palettes on the market now, although I do feel like neutrals are more of a thing at the moment than colourful eyeshadow. But there are tons, even by Revolution, like really good colourful eyeshadow palettes where the mattes are very pigmented and also the shimmers are really good as well. So I would go as far as to say this is not my favourite colourful eyeshadow palette that Revolution have brought out. It also isn't terrible because of how pigmented the matte shades are. So I guess if you've got loads of the Revolution colourful eyeshadow palettes, I don't think you need to pick this up. If you are on a budget and you want to check out something new and colourful from the drugstore and you don't have a lot of colourful eyeshadow palettes, it might be worth a go, but just keep notes on what I think of the shimmers. It's just my personal opinion. At the end of the day, you might try them and absolutely love them. I personally just don't love the putty formula. So those are all my thoughts and opinions on the new Revolution Forever Flawless Digi Butterfly eyeshadow palette. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this video up here. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. Let me know down below what you think of this eyeshadow palette, and of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!